So, Emily,
Oh, hello!
how was your week? I've heard you had some pretty exciting things happen this week.
God.
Other than almost dying in that chair.
Okay, so, first of all, happy Friday.
Yay!
It's been a very long week for all of us. I believe in, the episode, the Taco Bell incident, I shared with everybody that I was single and unemployed.
You did.
Well, I'm still single.
That hasn't changed.
But yeah, I got a new job.
Yay!
And it's like, we're twinsies now. Oh my god, I'm gonna die in this chair. Okay, yeah, switch with me.
Okay.
I gotta sit up, because I got like a list of shit I gotta talk about. Okay, anyway. Do you want to start over?
No, let's
Okay.
keep going.
Okay, so, yeah, I got a new job.
Woohoo!
And it's like a real adult job. It's like data entry and bookkeeping.
That sounds fancy.
Yeah, and I got like a desk. And all
Your own desk?
My own desk.
Do you have like a nice chair?
Yeah.
That's the best part about being
I
an
got a
adult.
Swivelly chair.
I love it. Does it recline a little bit?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was training all this week with the girl that was outgoing, and today was her last day, and she left at like 12:30. So I got to like fix everything the way I wanted it.
You were just like waiting the whole time. Like she's been like explaining to you the job, and the whole time you're like, how do I like run shui the fuck out this office? Okay.
Like
Becky does not know how to decorate.
her name was Kelly, and she was very nice. Hi, Kelly. She's not gonna listen to this.
Probably not.
She was wonderful. She was very nice. But yeah, like literally the moment she left, I was like, change screensaver, because it was like, the wallpaper was like a picture of her and her husband on their wedding day. And I was just like, not gonna
Ew,
keep that.
You're married to that person. Why do you want to look at them all day?
Okay, so you don't have to keep this in there. This is just like fun work drama. So like this, the woman that trained me, woman, late 20s, like early 30s, maybe, right?
Okay.
She looks very young. She,
Okay.
like,
Good for you, Kelly.
can't be much older than you.
Okay.
The guy she married has to be, like, late 40s, early 50s.
Also, good for you, Kelly.
Okay.
Give him with like a
but-
secure, like fully vested 401k.
But here's the kicker. So, her husband works there.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
So she's like, oh my god. So she fucking looks at him all day, but also looks at him all day.
Yes.
Ew.
Oh, but it gets better.
I'm so excited.
And like when she
Kelly, we're going in on you. I'm sorry.
Kelly, you were so wonderful to me this week, and I'm so sorry, but I have to share this because I was
Hurts.
like, oh god. I was shocked and I was very nosy.
Fucking appalled.
Not appalled, just like, ooh, scandalous.
Oh my god. Okay, go.
Her stepson worked there as well.
Is he one of the hot ones?
He's pretty cute. Like, if he didn't have so much gel in his hair, I'd be
Okay.
like, hey, what up, Ryan? Hey, Ryan.
So he's a fuckboy.
Yeah, he's a fuckboy. But she was like, yeah, I'm married to Dale, and
His name is Dale.
his name is Dale. You're like, I'm married to Dale, and his son Ryan works here. And like, it took me a minute because this was like in the midst of her explaining to me how to do things, and I was like, what does that make Ryan to you? And I was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, that was really personal. I shouldn't have asked that. She was like, no, it's fine. He's my stepson. But
That's
they're
how
like,
that works. How is that confusing?
because it was just like weird, because they're like the same age. They're like in the same age range, like within 5 years of each other.
That's what happens when you marry an old dude.
It sort of caught me off guard.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's that. And
I was like expecting so much more. Like I was expecting like there's gonna be a twist. Her and Ryan are fucking on the deal.
they might be, I don't know, man.
Hey, if Ryan's a
Hey.
fuckboy, he's probably not against it.
Hey,
Ryan, tell us the truth. You hitting that?
oh, I hope nobody from work ever listens to this.
Because they'll be like, they totally are. How did you know they were so discreet?
So yeah, it's a family-owned business. Like, it's local.
What is the business? It's a cleaning business.
It's a cleaning business.
Professionally. Well, fair enough. You said there's other hot guys there, though, right?
Yeah, but they're like I told you, they're like the kind of country boy, like down home working. They're like my dad, but younger.
Okay, but that's not like a horrible thing. I'm not gonna lie, and don't judge me, and don't judge me, you guys, but there's something about like a slight country like accent that I'm like, I ain't mad at it. Like,
there was like one guy there today,
and it makes my lady bits purr.
I didn't look at him because I was like doing shit. I was working, right?
Don't bother me. I'm a businesswoman doing business things. Please don't eavesdrop on my business.
But, like, the thing is, like, okay, so the way the office is set up, like, the office space for it is, like, this one big open area with, like, a bunch of desks, and then there's 3 of us that share an office for, like, accounting and bookkeeping and stuff.
Okay.
So we kind of have, like, a personal office. So, like, I walk out of my office, and there's, like, a hot guy over here, and, like, one other receptionist over here. And so, like, out of the corner of my eye, I see hot guy numero uno kind of like looking at me, but like the receptionist is talking to me, so I'm like looking at her and conversing with her. And like I feel like he was gonna say something, but I like did not give him the time of day. I was like, no, I have things to do. I am a businesswoman. I was like carrying a stack of files. So, like, it was real legit. I was like, I have to go see if these guys are in recon. I need to file this shit. And then they weren't there, and I was like, God damn it. Brett.
I do expect, at some point in the near future, you being stealthy enough to snap some pictures for me.
I will do my best.
You can manage it. Like, I have faith in you. Be the best you can be.
Like, they're all in and out of my office, so, like, at some point I'm sure I can. But, like, it's only like...
Be like, I'm looking for signal. Don't move. You're affecting the signal waves, Jonathan. Stop moving.
Can you, like, tilt your chin, like...
Give me your best angle. That'll help. What would you say?
You're like, big head is in the way of my good sprint signal.
Or you can just be really direct. Be like, I have a hot older sister. She's single. She's curious about what you visually look like.
So, like I said, told everyone in the last episode I was single and unemployed, but now I'm just single.
Which is an improvement. There you go.
Yeah!
Also, being single is kind of the best thing.
I mean, listen, man, $10 an hour to, sort receipts and listen to my podcast? Hell
yeah. Is that
yeah.
even minimum wage?
Yeah. Minimum wage is like $8.05, Becca.
What?
How much do you get paid?
First of all, that's private. I make... Okay, if we want to go there.
No, you don't have to say anything now.
No, it's too late.
Since it's an issue.
No. I have multiple degrees, you all. And I make only slightly more than she does.
God damn it.
Yeah. So, fuck that shit.
Thanks, Obama.
Yeah. Hashtag
fucking Obama.
Goddamn.
Okay, but like on a serious note, I hope Obama's doing okay.
I miss him so much.
Like, I see pictures of him and he just looks so happy. He's like living his life.
I feel like an ex-girlfriend like stalking his Facebook. You know what I mean? Like, I want to know that like he's not that happy. Like, I don't want him to be miserable, but like I also don't want him to be better than me.
All of America's like the bitter ex-girlfriend, and we're like, come back.
We spent 8 beautiful years together, and you just like...
Did that mean nothing to you?
It meant 8 years! We gave you the best years of our life, Obama!
It's like he broke...
Oh, I saw this thing, and it was like someone had Googled, what's Obama's last name? And the girl, like, responds with care.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
And I love it so much.
That's funny.
What a fucking dumb.
Oh,
I also saw something earlier today that was really funny.
It was a Republican.
It was. I saw this thing that was also really funny.
What?
It was like, this girl had gone into her gym, and she had accidentally said subscription instead of membership.
Oh my god, I know what you're talking about.
And the girl at the desk was like, we're not a pharmacy. And she's like, bitch, that's a prescription, we're both done. Do you know what I saw on the internet this week?
Tell me.
That honestly is my dream goals, is you can get paid to move to Greece and take care of an island of cats.
Okay, 2 things.
Okay.
1, that sounds like fucking heaven.
Honestly.
I would just have to bring, like, a shit ton of Claritin. I would do it. Like, absolutely.
You'd just be, like, injecting yourself with an EpiPen.
Like, I'll fucking do it. Like, I'm not gonna break out in hives, but, like, yeah,
I might cough a lot.
Fucking
I might
pay
have
me.
watery eyes.
Move me to Greece if I can live alone on an island. Is it my own island?
I don't know if it's your own island.
Is
but
there
there's a
anybody
lot of
else
cats.
there?
I'm not sure. I feel like the fact that most people would die to move to Greece and live with cats and get paid to do this, that you would not be the only one there, but, like, it's also
Damn.
like-minded folk. You know what I mean?
Right,
like,
right.
You know, I would love to up and move to Greece.
Okay,
that
so
actually was a topic at work this week. Like,
Ooh.
multiple people in morning meeting where we're supposed to be, like, discussing patients and shit are like, you know what? I'm just gonna up and move to Greece and take care of some cats.
that's a move.
And of course, my sister was like, ew, cats. And I'm like, bitch, don't you remember, like, 2 months ago you adopting a cat? She didn't even adopt it. She spent, like, over $1,000 on some
Jesus.
fancy-ass cat that she then got rid of in, like, 2 weeks. My sister likes to, like, flip animals.
I
She
hate
likes
it.
to buy them and then sell them to someone else because they don't match, like, her idea of what this animal should be. And she always gets the wrong ones. I'm always like, okay, you know, you're trying to get a puppy. Cool. I'm all about it. Like, first of all, I don't really support buying from breeders.
No.
Because there's plenty of sweet puppers and kitters who are needing homes in, like, shelters and shit.
Right.
But anyways, my sister likes, you know, fancy things. So she goes and buys puppies. Well, I told her, you know, don't get a male dachshund. Didn't listen to me. She got a brindle male dachshund. And we all know smaller dogs are sometimes aggressive, and brindles, for whatever reason, tend to be a little bit more so. And she got it anyways, and she got rid of him because guess what? He howled. Okay?
Oh,
Then she's
boy.
like, oh, I'm gonna try out a basset hound. I'm like, bitch, it's a hound. They are bred to howl. Oh, no. The breeder said that the mom and the dad aren't loud. Because that's going to be a great selling point. The bitches won't shut up, but here's their baby. You know, so she gets this puppy. Guess what? She howls. Also, puppies kind of whine just in general. You know?
They don't know how to communicate yet.
Yeah, well,
Like,
they can't. Can they ever communicate?
yeah. Do you not have... Does your dog not communicate with you? Is that not a thing you guys do?
I mean, I talk to him all the time, but he never answers.
I don't have, like... My dogs don't talk back to me, but, like... If I speak to them, they will respond in kind.
Well,
Like...
my point is, like, puppies are kind of, like, they need a lot of attention.
They're
and
babies.
They get lonely. Yeah, they get lonely easily, and, like, they cry, you know?
They
So
poop a
she
lot,
gets-
you gotta clean them up.
She gets rid of this basset hound, and then she's like, oh, you know what would be perfect? It's gonna be perfect. A beagle. I'm like, God damn it, don't you learn lessons, like, ever? I mean, I know that I'm hard of learning lessons, like, hashtag at every dude I've ever dated. But...
Jonas Rufina.
Go fuck
Oh
yourself.
god. Oh, I have such a bad cough. I'm sorry, you guys.
But yeah. So,
I hope you're listening, you
I'm-
fuckhead.
He doesn't listen to podcasts.
Oh, is he
not
too
about
cool for
hip-
podcasts?
Yeah, it's not
It's
about
not
hip-hop.
about God damn it.
It's not about hip hop. A hippie to the hop to the hip hippity hop.
Okay, so your sister is just a psychopath.
Uh,
And she's being very not cool to these animals.
basically, she's just like, we want to, like, just rent them.
Oh, oh god, I hate your sister. I want you to know that. She's kind of the worst. And, like, every time I see Rain, he looks kind of sad. And I'm like, are you okay?
Fam, is you good?
Like,
I'm worried about you.
I know we're not related, but, like, are you good?
Yeah, I know. So I was having, like, a thought today, and I've been kind of thinking about it, like, a lot lately. And tell me if this is a bad idea. It probably is, because it's mine. But I've been kind of wanting to get, like, a hand tattoo. I'm judging by your face that that's not something you support.
I mean, I wouldn't do it, but, like, it's your life.
But I mean, like, do you think that it'll look super unprofessional? I mean, yeah, huh? I don't know, because, like, I see this, like, there's just some, like, female musician and she pops up on my Google Play account a bunch, and like her songs are okay, but her picture is like she's got this really cute like pink sweater, and then on her hand there's nothing like on her wrist, it's just like something on her hand.
Right.
And it's so fucking cute.
I don't like the idea of hand tattoos, but that's just me.
Well, Ives has one, and I love, well, both of his hands are.
Who?
Ives.
Oh, okay, right. I was trying to complete a thought, but thanks.
Sorry.
Like I was saying, like, I personally don't like the idea of hand tattoos. I probably wouldn't get one, but I also don't subscribe to the societal theory that tattoos make you, like, just automatically unprofessional and, like, inappropriate. So,
I
like,
appreciate that, yeah.
I'd say if you want to do it, go for it. It's like anything else. Like, I don't like it, but other people do. So fucking, you're not hurting anybody. Fucking do it.
Who knows? I just might. I'm waiting for my Pell refund to come in because I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna go get my next tattoo, like, right after that. Like, the moment it goes to my bank account, I am driving over to the tattoo parlor and I am making an appointment with the coolest tattoo artist of all time.
Hey, Allie.
We love you.
You're the best. You guys, if you live in Pensacola, go see Allie.
Mm-hmm.
Book her up until, like, 2020.
Yeah, because she's already booked up until 2019.
Literally, she is booked up through January 2019. That is insane to me.
Because she's bomb-ass bitch.
She is an
I'm gonna, like,
incredible
put my
artist.
appointment in. Like, I'm not even gonna need to, like, set up a consult. I'm gonna be like, you know what I want.
Right.
Like, I want my appointment, and if you get any cancellation, like, after 5:30, any day of the week,
just let me know.
Let me know. Saturday
Holla.
morning, like, the first
Holla
thing you
bitch.
open, if you were bored, like, just let me know. Tattoo my ass. Like, I will love it. It will be great. I will wake up early. Shit, I will set an alarm.
I do have a list of things I want to talk about, but before I do that, like, I do have an idea for my next tattoo. I know you've listened to it, that song High Hopes by Panic.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna get, I had to have...
We love you, Brendan.
Love you, Brendan! He's pansexual.
I know.
He came out recently, and that
yeah,
made...
like, because no one knew. I
But,
said
like,
that with, like, a super thick sarcasm, you guys.
It's always, like, it's nice, though, because, like, you don't see that kind of representation in, like, mainstream media, because, like, Panic at the Disco, who was once, like, sort of an in-the-corner emo band, like, you were weird to listen to them, right?
Not really. Not when I was growing up.
Really?
Everyone listened to them.
Well, now they're, like, now more so than ever, they're, like, you know, like, a big thing, right?
I love them.
I love them so much. I was so sad when their last bass player left. Dallin, he is wonderful and he's super talented. But they got a new bass player. Yeah, I can't talk. They got a new bass player and she's a girl and it's the first female member of Panic at the Disco since they've been together.
Good for her.
That's awesome. I think
Back to my original point. We love you, Brendan.
Love you, Brendan! Anyway, so I think there's like a particular lyric like in that song that has like the title in it. So I'm probably gonna get that tattooed, like, right here, like, on my inner arm, like, with my first paycheck.
I like it.
Fuck my car insurance, that's, like, 2 weeks overdue. I'm gonna go get a tattoo.
Life, man, priorities.
It'd be
They're
like
important.
that sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I do have a list.
Go.
Okay, so, number 1, I will try to be as chronological as possible.
Okay.
So we spoke on the phone yesterday.
We did. Yeah. Okay.
You texted me a big long thing about our friend, JR.
Yes.
And I couldn't respond because I was driving, because I was trying to get gas.
That's important, yes.
So I called you.
Don't text and drive, guys.
Don't text and drive,
It's
please.
shitty and annoying. Please don't.
Says the girl that does it all the fucking time.
First of all, let's do what I say, not what I do. Okay, I'm
Okay,
a mom.
Mom.
I'm a mom.
So, I pull up to the pump, and, like, I'm talking to you, and I'm, like, taking my keys out, and I look over, and there's a motherfucking cockroach on my passenger side floor.
Ew.
And you probably didn't hear me because you were, like, mid-sentence, and I was like, oh, fuck. And so, like, I just so happen to have, like, a bamboo cutting board sitting on my passenger
In
side.
case you need, like, chopsticks and shit.
Yeah.
Like, you never know.
Fucking whatever. So, like, very calmly, I just, like, picked it up. This is why you were still talking. I like
I'm
picked
glad
it
you
up
focus on what I'm saying.
and just like slammed it down, and I kind of like stomped on it a little bit, but it was awkward because I was in the driver's seat and there's not a lot of room in the front seat of my Buick LeSabre. So I was like, fuck, I'll deal with that when I get home. He's probably gonna crawl out from under there when I stop to get gas. Everything's gonna fall apart. It's awful. So let me paint you a picture. So I've gotten out of my car, and I'm still kind of on the phone with you, because you were like, oh, are you coming over tomorrow? And I was like, yeah, we have to record. Like, being really, like, white girl and obnoxious. And I was doing that because at the pump next to me, there was a gentleman, and I use the term very loosely. Let me paint you a picture.
Okay.
He was driving a very beat-up black SUV.
Okay.
With very badly tinted windows.
Like peeling?
Yeah, like peeling. Cute. Like, it was dirty.
Awesome.
Like, it kind of looked like a rape van. Like, he probably does meth in that car. It did not look fun. So the gentleman, once again, I use the term loosely, himself, was a rather tall man. Not very thick, but he had, like, a belly. He definitely enjoys to drink a little bit on the weekends, maybe like every day of the week.
Like Natty Light, because like all day.
Yeah, like definitely Natty Light, because he probably doesn't have a job. So thin but with a belly. Dirty hair, but it has like grease in it, so it's like slicked back, but like there's little like clumps of it like all throughout his head. No. Like it's real bad. Like it could have been curly, but like they all just kind of stuck together and it was gross.
He just got out of the dirty shower.
Right. No t-shirt.
Cute.
Boxers. Plaid. Black boxers that were about a size too big on him, so he could wear them as shorts. And no shoes.
Loopholes.
But long white socks that were dirty.
No shoes.
Obviously. No shoes. No shoes. And when I pulled up and I was talking to you, he was lounging in his driver's side, blasting country music, staring at me.
So, like, Britney Spears in 2007.
Yes.
Okay.
But, like, Britney got her shit together. This guy is not going to get his shit together.
There's no hope for you, Anthony.
His name is not Anthony. My God's name is Anthony. I love you, Daddy.
I love you, too.
I love you more.
It's not a competition.
Fuck you.
Okay.
Sidebar, my mom was like, where can I listen to your podcast? And I was
Never.
like, Mom, it's like very millennial humor with like, it has a good bit of cursing. And she was scandalized. She was like, why are you cursing? And I was like, Mother, I am 21.
I can curse if I want to.
She was like, that doesn't matter. You shouldn't be cursing. I was like, Mom, you cuss all the time. She's like, well, I'm allowed to. And I just kind of looked at her. And like, she saw the look on my face. And she's like, I can't play that, huh?
Ladies don't curse.
Oh, fucking whatever.
Ladylike.
Suck my dick. I don't care.
Slop on my knob.
I love you, Mom.
I love you too.
But you're just a lot sometimes.
And you can't listen to our podcast.
You're not allowed to. Alright, well, our moms are not allowed to listen to this.
Yeah, where can I listen to your podcast?
You can't.
In your dreams.
Whatever you think it's about, that's what it's about. Okay, so back to creepy gas station guy.
But my mom was kind of hinting like she was gonna listen to it, and I was like, you're not gonna appreciate the things we talk about, so you should just not. And she was like, fair enough.
Oh God, I love her
so much.
So his girlfriend comes out.
Oh my God, I'm gonna die alone. Are you fucking kidding me?
She was a hot fucking mess. Like,
wait a minute, you're telling me she doesn't have her life together?
No.
And she wasn't like gorgeous? Please describe her.
This couple definitely did like methamphetamines together.
I don't know, because like you can't be like that big and be doing methamphetamines.
They weren't big, they were like scrawny people.
But he has a belly though.
But like a small belly.
Like... Okay. Alright, go ahead.
Like a beer gut, if you will.
Belly. Go.
So she was very gaunt in the face.
Okay.
Like definitely doing drugs. Like she had no cheeks.
Okay.
No cheeks. dirty shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Not entirely sure if she was wearing pants because it was a very long shirt. Sort of like, she was tanned, but it was like a dirty tan. It was like, you're definitely not taking care of your skin.
It's like dirt, not tan.
And then like dirty, like blonde, brown hair and glasses. She was wearing glasses.
So if she can afford glasses, he can't afford shoes?
Yes. That is exactly what I'm saying.
Okay.
And really, I was gonna fill my tank up, but I was very uncomfortable. And I was like, I need to go.
They're gonna ask me for money in like 2 minutes.
Oh my god, sidebar. Okay. You remember, the one girl I was friends with? Let's call her Maya.
Okay.
Her and her boyfriend.
Okay.
Okay, you know who I'm talking about?
Yes, I'm there.
Jesus Christ. He had, like, this really... I don't even know how to describe it. Everywhere we went, like, if we went to go get gas, or if we were downtown, like, I feel like everywhere we went, her boyfriend just attracted, like, drug addicts and, like, homeless people, and they would all ask him for money, and he would always give them money. He was very nice. He was a very nice guy.
That's why he attracted them.
Yes, but,
they
like...
could sense the weak on him.
But, like, no matter where we went, it was always, like, me and her would be talking, and, like, he'd be in the back seat. A lady literally came up to, like, my back seat window one time and knocked on the window at him. And I was just like,
Not the rest of you, but, like, the backseat passenger.
Yeah, at him. I'm pretty sure that happened. Who knows? It's been a long 2 years. But, like, he just attracted... I don't want to sound classist, but this is Pensacola, and it can get rough.
That's fair. What's your next story?
Okay, so my next story. This is not anything particular because I didn't look into it. I just thought it was funny. I don't even remember what song it was, but one of the song lyrics on Panic at the Disco's new album is "Roll me like a blunt because I want to go home." And I just found that very amusing.
Honestly, that hits me in my core. I love coming home. Like yesterday, I left work early. You guys, not to be like, let me complain or whatever, but like, I don't know if anyone else deals with like mental illness issues, like depression, anxiety, anything like that.
Do you mean pretty much everyone in our age group?
Yeah, like all the peoples who deal with that.
If you're in your 20s, you're probably on antidepressants.
Or you should be. Like, I'm not, but I do struggle with depression quite a bit, and this week has been kind of rough for me. I have like a lot going on in my personal life, and it's sort of obnoxious. I wish there was less. And also, like, I'm just perpetually tired. And, like, you know, there are days where I'm like, I'm a boss-ass bitch, it's fine. You know, I got this. Like, I can handle it, it's fine. And I just, like, roll through the day, and I'm funny and charming and whatever. And I handle my shit, and I come home, and then I, like, recover. But then there are times where I'm, like, extra fucking tired, where I'm like, I just don't have it in me to pretend I'm not, like, just fucking done with everything for the sake of others. You know what I mean?
That's
like,
fair.
The worst part about being someone who is, like, funny and who, you know, tends to make other people's days better, like, cracks a lot of jokes.
They always expect you to be like that.
Always. Like, it's now your fucking role to play for the rest of your life. Any days that you don't feel up to it and you're sad, they get mad at you. It's like somehow you're being a fucking bummer. And I'm like, I realize I'm being a bummer. If I could take, like, multiple personal health days until I got the fuck out of this, I would. Because I don't like coming out of my shell to, like, bum other people out, you know? But I've been struggling with it the last couple of days especially. And yesterday, I got to leave work. Like, I finally was like, I'm just not being efficient. Like, I got my shit done really well, like, really quickly, and I was like, I just need to leave. Like, it doesn't make sense for me to be on the clock and not be doing anything because I can't focus, and I'm just, like, I don't want to be here, you know? So I talked to my boss and I was like, yo, I'm going to use 4 hours of PTO. I'm going to kick it. I'll be back tomorrow. And he's like, are you okay? Because I just want to say, not to be sexist, okay? And this is probably, Emily's probably going to give me shit about this, but like, being somebody who has worked for both male and female bosses, there's something to be said about a good male boss, because my boss is fucking wonderful. Like, he is super chill. He is very much like, if you have an issue and you bring it to him, he will like listen to you and then try to resolve it if he can. If not, he's supportive. Like, he's a great boss. And on top of that, he's funny as shit. Like, he's real mellow. Like, me and him will go back and forth and joke about shit, and it's fine. Like, it's not, he's definitely not creepy or like takes advantage of his position or anything like that. But he's a dude, and so dudes are very much like, tell me what the issue is, I want to fix it. Like, I don't want to do all this like passive aggressive like bullshit. We don't need to like go back and forth via email where I CC other people in and all this other drama, you know, like
per my last email.
Go fuck yourself. But yeah, so like I told him, I was like, dude, I just need to leave. Like, I can't be here right now, so I'm gonna use my PTO. He was like, are you okay? Like, is everything fine? Can I do anything for you? And I'm like, no, I'm fine. I just need to leave. And he's like, all right, peace out. See you tomorrow. Which, on a sidebar, he wasn't here today, so I'm like, how dare you say you're going to see me tomorrow and then have the audacity to not be
show
here?
up.
Like, Jesus.
Oh, that's funny.
Anyways, you know, but like, so I left work, and I left pretty early, like about 1.
Must be nice.
And I kicked it over to JR's house, because I hadn't seen him in a while, and he lives like, 5 minutes from my work. And
Was he not working?
He works from home most days.
Does he really?
Yeah,
what do
I
have
hate
to
him.
do to get his job?
Be like an employee for 15 years.
Jesus Christ,
and
that's
they'll
a lot of
trust
effort.
you. Yeah. So anyways,
Ugh.
I had texted him. I was
Bless
like,
him.
yo, are you working from home today? He's like, yeah, what's up? I said, well, you mind if I swing by? And he was like, that's fine, I'll be here. And I was like, all right. So I didn't want to like
Put a
drive
pin in that real quick.
Okay.
I feel like if you had told me, like, oh yeah, he's just like independently wealthy, he doesn't do anything, I would have been like, yeah, that makes sense. I would have been like, yeah, sure, okay, anyway.
Yeah. I mean, he's pretty eccentric, like somebody who's just independently wealthy.
Such a dude, I love him.
Did I tell you my new hobby is lock picking? And I'm like, what? You need the keys to the city because, like, being able to afford all of your fucking fun shit, like, isn't enough for you? But anyways, so...
I'm so in love with who he is as a person.
Yeah.
He's so wonderful.
Fair. But, so anyway, I didn't want to come all the way home, because as we've discussed, it's a 30-minute drive.
Oh, God.
Allegedly.
Oh, fuck you. And you're bad driving.
And so, yeah, I speed and text and drive. I'm an asshole. Come and
you
take
have
me.
the audacity to be like, get off my ass, you dingleberry.
That is a direct quote from yesterday. First of all, I'm trying to turn into a Foosackly's fucking drive-through, and this dude's like rushing me, like I'm already like not even slowing down to hit this turn. Like, I'm trying to get it on 2 wheels already. And you're like, I'm not going fast enough for you, Pablo. Like, calm the fuck down.
That's racist.
Petey Pablo?
What?
Isn't that a thing? Isn't that a character?
What? Speedy Gonzalez?
Isn't there another one that's Petey Pablo? That's the low budget one, like
Pablo.
Kimba, the white tiger.
The white lion. Oh fuck.
Emily had never experienced Kimba, so I had to share it with her.
I got to experience Kimba.
That's what the poor kids watched when we didn't get Lion King.
Oh my god.
Anyways, so I didn't want to come all the way home and then have to turn around and come right back because to
receive your child.
Yeah, to get Sir Chubbs off the bus. So I was like, I'll just like kick it at JR's house for a couple hours and then go get Sir Chubbs.
Right.
And so I go over there and like JR was my neighbor for over a year when I lived in the apartments, like right before I moved out. And me and him got really tight and we had like a movie and TV schedule. Like we watched, Top Chef and and Man of Arms and all these other different
You guys
fucking
were
shows.
basically married.
We were, like, we had, like, he cooked dinner most days, so it was the best marriage of my life.
Like, he would come over and, like, see something in your apartment that he did not like, and, like, 2 days later, he'd be like, oh, here, by the way, I got this for you.
Yeah, he replaced all my cutlery, he replaced my knives, he got me a popcorn maker thing, he replaced, like, he basically was just, like, grooming me to be, like, what his like, perfect fucking best friend, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, so, what was I gonna say? So,
I'd be offended if I wasn't so content.
I know, I'm like, I am not mad enough
be
to
upset,
argue.
but also, like, free stuff.
Yeah, like sheets, comforters, like everything. Like
Also,
just,
good-ass food.
oh yeah, so, like, he always would cook dinner, and I would, like, come downstairs, and the way that it was kind of, it would go is because he would get off work earlier than me, and he'd be home.
Right.
And so I would get off work, and I'd kind of settle in for a little bit, and then I'd text him and be like, outdoors, ? Which was code for, we're going to go sit on the porch and smoke cigarettes, and talk to each other until our shows came on, or dinner was ready.
Right.
Whichever came first. And so, also, he has, like, an impeccably decorated apartment. Like, it's wonderful.
Oh
it's
my
like,
God.
It's, like, nerdy chic.
Like, I wouldn't even call it, like, nerdy. It's just, like...
He's gotten so many more Legos, though. Like,
Has he?
So
I
many
love
more.
him.
It's,
But, like, the way he displays them is very classy.
like,
and
let me, okay, on his table.
He displays it like art.
On his table, there's, like, this big, it looks like a giant candle holder. It's glass, and it's fairly large. Inside of it, there is a candle, but, like, it's smaller, right? So
Is it, like, surrounded by Legos?
It's surrounded by Legos, but they're all in the theme. Like, most of his, like, furniture, like, his couch is red.
Right.
And it's, like, suede and wonderful. And so, like, the Legos are, like, black and gray and white and red.
Sidebar.
What?
I hate drinking at his apartment. Because, like, whenever I sit on that couch, because I get really hot when I drink.
Uh-huh.
And then, like, I sit on that couch.
And you get even hotter.
And I get even hotter. And,
yeah,
like,
but that's when you lay on the floor. That's what I always would do.
Anyway.
But anyways, so, like, the way that his couch is, like, it's, like, one of the couches that has, like, the Chase Lounge type thing built on. It's a sectional. And so the Chase Lounge part was my fucking spot. You know, I had, like, 2 pillows that I used. He left them there. He never fucked with my pillows. And, like, I would lay down. He always left a blanket at the bottom of it because he knew I'd get cold. At least my toes would.
Aww.
And, like, every day we would, like, sit out on the porch, and when we'd come inside, because he needed to, like, mess with whatever he was cooking, I would lay my ass down on the couch, and I'd tell Siri, or whatever her fucking name is, Alexa, to turn on TV, and I'd get our shows, like, geared up, and it was literally, like I said, the best marriage of my life. And,
weren't we talking about, like, his decor? Oh, no, you were
Yeah.
talking about the spot on your couch. Okay.
yeah, the spot on the couch, right, so
My
I get
couch.
over there, it's my spot, fuck everyone else. I get over there, and, like, I had, like I said, had been having a rough day, and so he's like, everything okay? And he's sitting at the kitchen table, and he's, like, you know, piddling on his laptop, doing work stuff, and I just, like, I'm, like, talking to him, but I'm like, ah! And I just, like, walk straight over to the couch, like, I kick my shoes off, because that's the other thing, JR does not allow shoes in his house.
No shoes.
You have to take your shoes off by the door and set them neatly, like, in a row. And so I kick my shoes off, and I immediately just, like, walk over to my spot and, like, flop down and get in, like, the fetal position. And he's like,
face down.
yeah, he's like, let me get you some grapefruit juice.
Oh, God. That's so fucking cute.
He's so wonderful.
Let me get you some grapefruit juice.
And
Like,
so
it's
then-
gonna heal everything.
Yeah, it's delicious, by the way, because
I
he
don't
always
like
has, like,
grapefruits.
he has, like, the best of everything, though. I love grapefruit juice.
He's very bougie.
Yeah, and so
He is,
he's just,
everything
like,
I want to be as a person.
he just listens to me complaining for a while, and then, like, you know, whatever, and it was fine, but, like, even after all of that, like, even though, like, I was very at peace there, I could not wait to be able to, like, come home and, like, the smell of my house, like, with
Right.
my air fresheners, and the cool of my air conditioning, and the silence of
You
no
keep
one
your
else.
house at 74. Fuck you. It's not that cool.
It's cooler than being outdoors, you freaking bitch. You want to pay this electric bill? Move in.
Finger guns.
Anyways, so yeah, but my, like, original thought on this is that, again, today I woke up and I, you know, wasn't feeling better, I wouldn't say.
Right.
And I go and I take Sir Chubbs to school, drop him off, and I stop at my mother's house because I always have coffee with my mother every morning. I have like at least 30 minutes of me and her talking and coffee. And she was worried because I had told her that I wasn't doing well, you know. And my mom, being a very Christian woman, she has a hard time like understanding the concept of like mental illness or whatever, but she tries to be respectful because she knows that I'm going into psychology, and it is a, you know, it's important to me. You know, I hold a lot of merit in the science of psychology and the fact that people have mental illness and that kind of thing. So
yeah, Christians do not believe in like sickness of the brain.
Yeah, it's
they're just
hard
like,
for them.
oh, Jesus will heal you, and I'm like, no, he won't.
Like, that's not how that works. But so anyways, like, we got into this whole longer conversation. I end up crying a couple of times.
God, same.
So then I'm like, okay, now I'm ready to go to my workplace where I have a bunch of bullshit drama that I have to deal with. Yay! And so, yes. So I try to like pull it together and like listen to some hardcore rap on my way to work. And I get there and I'm just like, nope, this isn't like, I'm not better, you know. But I'm kind of like chugging through the day, just trying to make it through, and knowing that I'm going to come home and have chocolate milk and pizza, and it's going to be okay, you know. And one of the... Okay.
When did you make the pizza decision? Because I feel like you texted me at like maybe 2-3 o'clock about like, oh, I'm thinking pizza instead. But I have a feeling you made this decision long before we spoke.
I thought about pizza this morning leaving the house.
Okay.
And then that, like, meme I sent you of that little girl just straight up holding an entire pizza and biting into it. Like, I was like, this has solidified what I've always wanted.
Yeah, you literally texted me, oh yeah, I think I'm gonna make spaghetti and meatballs. And I was like, okay, yeah, cool. And then, like, 20 minutes later, you were like, or we can just order pizza.
Yeah.
I was like, alright.
It's so much easier. And, like, no cleanup. No fuss, no muss. But anyways, so I'm trying to like chuck through, and I'm walking down the hallway, and I'm not like my normal bright and bubbly self saying hi to everybody and like walking with like a little like pep in my step and like singing in the hallways in the elevators and like joking with everybody and telling everyone they're pretty, even though actually when I'm depressed I like compliment people even more. Like
Same.
One of my coworkers, who I am very fond of, she is wonderful. She looked really good the other day, and so I was like, "Dude, you look like hella fucking dope today." And she was like, "Oh," and I'm like, "Not that you don't look good every day, but like you, like it caught my eye,
right?"
And I've been waiting for a moment to be able to tell you because she's also very busy and important.
I love
and
being that sort of like creepy person that like when I think someone's attractive, I'm like, "Hey, you look really good," and they're like startled, but like flattered,
yeah.
Oh, well, thank you.
I'm an aggressive complimenter as well.
Same.
Yeah, and like I never hold back. It is like it's pretty aggressive. I don't know, especially when I drink like in public.
It's a contact sport.
It is.
I'm like, oh my god, you look so good. Like totally so.
But
good.
Also, like anytime someone does that to me, I'm like, are you okay? Like, is this a cry for help?
Blind? Matt Murdock?
Are you being kidnapped right now and you're asking me to help you? Like,
blink twice.
Are you having a mental break?
Are you okay?
But then I also still like it.
You get tapas?
Yeah, tapas.
Tapas. They're like plates, small plates. Plates for mice.
So, I am walking down the hallway, like, just trying to make it through. Like, I am a 27-year-old just doing her best, okay? And one of, like, the pinnacle people involved in my uncomfortable, like, awkward situations, by the way, that are not my doing. Like, it's 100% this other person's fault, but yet I'm now drug into it and have to deal with it every day until I no longer work there. They have the audacity to be like,
I like
hey,
how you're hiding the pronoun.
They have, it's a male, in case anyone's confused. Yeah.
Yeah, like, I should have let you finish the story, because we all could have been like,
it's a dude.
It was a dude.
Yeah, like, but he has the audacity to be like, hey, cheer up. And I've never...
Did he say it that aggressively?
Yeah, he did. Like, from across the hallway, like, as if suddenly that was going to cure all of my problems.
Like, all he needed to do was speak to you, and your day would have been made complete.
No, you know what would be great is if he never spoke to me, but, like, he's not apparently understanding what that means.
Don't ever talk to me again.
Yeah, like, I don't know how else to tell you this. I've blocked you on all social media. I have asked you multiple times to not talk to me. I have told you that we're no longer friends, and yet you refuse to take that hint because you need the fucking, like, validation that I'm sitting here thinking about about you. And despite the fact that you might think that you're hot shit, which, to be fair, you are, but...
Like, physically...
Yes.
But, like, emotionally and personality-wise, like, you ain't shit, buddy.
Right, but, like, you need that validation. And I'm like, I'm not sad because of you. Like, you are a very small factor. You just happen to be, like, the straw that broke the camel's back type vibe. You know, like, you're the one more disappointing motherfucker who is added to the long laundry list of bullshit that I can't stand.
Right.
And fuck you for that.
Why don't you just tell him, hey, don't ever talk to me again?
Because it's like, because I am too nice.
What's that like?
Why it's fucking horrible. It's like, you know what it's like? It's like being a doormat, and on the doormat it's like written, wipe your feet on me, please. I like it.
In case anybody hasn't caught on yet, out of the two of us, Becca is lovely and a saint, and I'm just a bitch.
But see, with people who I don't care about, like, it's weird. It's like, once you've unlocked that room where you're in, like, my feelings and I, like, give a shit about you, I have no problem with cutting a bitch off. Like, I can be like, bye, Felicia, and not give a fuck. I will see through you. I will look into next week through your body. But it's like, you know, once I have cared about you, it is really hard for me to give up on somebody. Like, very hard. And the fact that I've had to is already hard enough for me, but, like, the fact that, you know, you can't tell me that you respect me and that you care about me as a person if you continually put me in shitty situations.
Right.
And then when I ask you nicely to go with God and leave me the fuck alone, you can't even do that.
Oh, God.
You know, it's like, channel every bit of give a shit, and I use quotations because I do not believe this person actually gives a shit. Leave me alone, you know?
Just
like,
fucking leave me be.
Yeah, you've lived this long without me. Like, just go back to those days. Like, I'm sure you'll be just fine.
I've lived before you, and I will continue living after you.
Yeah.
Also, like, I don't know why I just thought about this, but you brought up, like, your boss at work.
Uh-huh.
And, like, I feel like, I don't want to say you have a valid point, but I also want to bring up my personal experience.
Okay.
My last two jobs, my female managers were absolute monsters.
I'm sorry.
But,
which is why I didn't want to vote for Hillary Clinton. Not to try to get into politics, but it's like, I've seen it too many times. You give a bitch some power, and they go fucking ape shit with that shit.
That's generalizing.
Like, it is, but is it wrong, though? Like, think of every female that you have seen or met or know of who has been given power. Do they not turn into giant, like, mega,
I have plenty of female role models in my life that have been in positions of authority and power that have been wonderful people. It's just some people are shitty.
I guess that's fair.
And I think first of all, we live in the South.
Yes.
And I feel like
the war is over. We lost. Spoiler.
But yeah, like, in my personal experience, like, my first
I would have
job,
fixed that. You lost. Because I don't want to be, like, included with that.
Like, at my first job, because I worked at the movie theater.
Okay.
Like, pretty much everyone was great.
Okay.
Like, no matter what.
I loved it when I worked there.
I'm glad to be away from it.
I love that you worked at places I've worked. It's like, you know, like, you're, I don't know. You're like a legacy. Okay? You're like a legacy at UWF.
But it was like a totally different company when I got there.
Yeah, it was.
But we're actually going to be going to school together, kind of, so that's cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We can get coffee together sometimes when I'm not, like, in a hurry.
That's so cute.
Cute.
So yeah.
Oh, P.S., it's not a real Starbucks. So don't think that they're going to give you Starbucks-type quality care.
I don't like Starbucks all that much anymore anyway. I prefer, like, local places. But that is neither here nor there. So, first job, pretty okay. Second job, I got on with my manager, but that's only because she knew I was not afraid of her. She was one of those people that like to strike fear into the hearts of her employees, and I was just like, yeah, whatever, Tammy, fuck off.
Fuck you, Tammy.
She didn't like that at all, but she respected me for it.
Right? Like the Devil Wears Prada.
And at my previous job, that manager loved me, but she was a massive fucking cunt. Holy fuck. The worst woman I have ever met. I despised her. But my male manager, Robbie, who I was, like, kind of in love with, literally the best person I've ever met.
I'm just saying,
So, like...
I think it's, like, especially me, like, not to be like, oh my god, like, I'm one of these people, but I kind of am, like, I get along better with guys just in general. It's true, like, I just happen to, like, converse better with them, I, like, relate to them better, I'm kind of like a dude with a vagina, in a sense, and a nice rack, by the way, just FYI.
Counterpoint. I don't like talking to anybody.
That's fair. But if I have to talk to someone, I prefer it to be dudes. Because, like,
see, I feel
they appreciate, like, you know, that's what she said jokes. And, like, women in my office don't appreciate those like they do.
It's funny.
Yes.
It's funny.
It is. I let my boss drink out of my that's what she said mug. And he was, like, so excited that he just, like, walked around with it.
Did he walk around with it? At this very official, like, place of business?
Well, like, most of the women and the elderly people didn't know what that fucking means. They're like, who is she? Is that a band?
Is that a band?
Okay, I want to talk about something.
Oh, so do I, but please, go on.
Okay, so, as I have mentioned to you probably like 1,000 times this week, last weekend, Saturdays are friendship days for me.
Right.
And it's where me and my best friend and his husband, we get together, the three of us, and Sir Chubbs, and we have dinner. They always cook because they have complicated diets, and I am easy to please. And it's always delicious, too. Like, oh my god, it's so good. But anyways, we have friendship day, and we usually watch TV or, like, do whatever. I think this week they want to paint, so we're just not just watching TV all the time. But anyways, they introduced me and Sir Chubbs to this new TV show on Netflix.
Oh god.
And their like preface to this show is that, oh, we gotta watch it before they, like, pull it off Netflix because people are, like, freaking out online about it. And I was like, where do I sign up? Like, let's watch this now.
Like, I've heard about, like, all the drama, quote-unquote. And, like, hearing it right off, I don't particularly want to watch it. But, like, I'm also not gonna form an opinion on it.
Okay, so,
like,
the biggest issue, okay, the show is called Insatiable. I've
literally heard about it, like, 3 times a day for the last week.
Because it is so fucking good. It is hilarious, okay? And it touches on a lot of issues that I feel like are bigger than what people are complaining about on the internet about it. Like, I feel like the people who are like, oh my god, it's fat shaming, haven't watched it. Because that is the least of the issues that go on in this show that I feel like people who complain on the internet would complain about.
But counterpoint, you're not fat, so you don't get to make those decisions.
Also, that's false. She's too nice to me. She's
you
really...
are an average size U.S. woman.
You know the average size went up from size 14 to size 16? That's the average size now.
I feel like I've heard that.
But anyways, I do not agree with her, but whatever. It is, but the show is not fat shaming at all. If anything, it is, like, very body positive, but, like, in the show, different things that occur are, like, there's a lot of LGBT people demonstrated in the show, and I think they do a great job. There's, like, all kinds of other drama. There's fucking murder. There's, like, all kinds of shit that are happening. And people are like, oh, it's fat shaming. But, like, there's no fat shaming that's occurring. It's talking about the bullying that occurs towards fat people.
Well,
but, like...
what it is, I think, and, like, once again, this is just, like, my, like, internet researching, like, the very little of it I've done.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she's fat, like, in adolescence or whatever it is. And then, like, she grows up and she's, like, thin and beautiful. And suddenly she's, like, important and, like, whatever. And I think, like, that's what's rubbing people the wrong way.
But they're not watching the show.
Yeah.
Because if you watch the show, that is not how they're portraying it at all. And it shows, like, okay, for me, okay, I know Emily just said that she doesn't feel that I am, but, like, I have always struggled with my weight my entire life. And it's always been a big issue for me. And I have recently lost quite a bit of weight from hard fucking work. And it's like, you think when you're younger and you're, like, unhappy because you're like, oh, I'm fat, and, like, that's the reason I'm unhappy, and if I get thin, like, everything's gonna be great.
But that is not the case.
It's not, and that's what they're covering in the show.
Right.
It's like that. It's not about how much you weigh. It's about how you feel about yourself.
Like,
losing
those
weight,
issues are still gonna be there.
Exactly.
And that's how, like, eating disorders get started. Because, like, if you don't deal with, like, self-esteem and body image and, like, any kind of mental illness that's, like, floating around up there, like, you're never going to be, quote-unquote, thin enough.
Exactly, and that's what it's covering. It's not being like, oh, well, if you lose weight, then all of a sudden everything's wonderful. No, like, the chick struggles with it non-stop.
Right.
And
Is Debbie Ryan in it?
I don't know who that person is, but maybe.
Oh, I don't know.
Anyways, like, the main character girl, I think she was, like, a Disney Channel star, but anyways, it's such a good show. But, like, me and Sir Chubb's favorite part of the whole show is that there's two, like, kind of main characters. Sorry if this is spoiling it for anyone, but I'm trying to be like...
I love her.
I'm trying to be very, like, careful about, like, not, you know... But anyway, there's two kind of main characters. There's the girl, and then there's her, like, pageant coach.
Right.
And they're, like, the main characters. And so you, like, see all these other people and, like, see them without the main characters in it and, like, their, like, situation, whatever they're doing. Like, the two main characters, you can hear their inner thoughts, like, them thinking about stuff. And so the pageant coach guy is a damn delight, honestly. Like, I love Bob so much. Watch the show. And so he
I can ask that because I am a gay.
His name is Bob, but his, like, mortal enemy throughout most of the show is also named Bob. And his
what?
They're both named Bob.
His
mortal enemy.
Okay.
Okay, so, like, when he's thinking, or, like, anytime he addresses anything to do with this other Bob that he doesn't like, he'll call him, like, the guy's name is Bob Barner, and so he'll, like, fill in the middle name with something that starts with a B, so it's, like, Bob Butthole Barner, or Bob Baby Balls Barner, or, like, whatever. So now me and Sir Chubbs will just, like, go on and on with, like, different versions of it. Like, one of them was, like, we're at Gandalf and Ives' house, and we're watching it. Ives is in the kitchen, like, doing whatever, and he goes, Bob Bukkake Barner. And the main character girl, she's like, what's Bukkake? And I, like, bust out laughing. I'm like, what's Bukkake? And Ives thought I was asking what Bukkake was, and I was like, no, I'm fully aware.
Please don't explain to me.
Don't show me. Don't show me.
I don't want to see. I know. Okay, but I don't want to have it refreshed.
I've been on the internet. I'm aware of what it is.
I spent time on Tumblr in my adolescence. I know what Bukkake is. Fuck you.
Yeah, I'm been on the dark web. Like, it's fine. I don't need your help.
In and out of the dark web.
Yeah, so anyways, like, I highly recommend the show. If you haven't seen it, like, please just at least check it out. Like, watch 3 or 4 episodes and tell me you don't get addicted. Like, it's so good. And that was what I wanted to tell you. And
okay, so the day we're recording this is August 17th.
Okay.
A year ago today, I lost my childhood best friend, my dog, Magenta.
Oh, Magenta.
For everyone listening, she was a mutt. She was a Chihuahua Dachshund Shih Tzu Terrier mix. And she was like 17 years old. She was blind. She was deaf.
She was sassy as fuck.
Oh my god, this dog had the biggest motherfucking attitude. And I loved her. And I still think about her every day. And I cry a little bit. So I leave my volunteer work because I've kind of been throwing myself into, like, the arms of other dogs to, like, cure my depression.
To fill that hole.
Yeah, to fill the void.
Keep in mind, she has 2 other dogs at home.
Yeah, I have 2.
Fuck them, right?
I have a boxer and a shepherd mix, and they're both very lovely, but they're also assholes. So fuck them.
Love you, Apollo. Fuck you, Katie.
Katie is precious, and she loves you, but you hate her so much.
I don't know why I hate her, too. Like, I don't
That's
even
so
hate her because
fucked
I
up.
love dogs, but, like, I think she comes on too strong. I'm like, play hard to get
So
a little
does
bit.
Tony, but, like, you love him.
But, like, he's
They
my
have
child.
the same personality.
He's my
the
child.
same personality.
P.S. Tony got shaved today, or, yes.
He looks so cute.
I shaved him this week sometime. And he looks like a combination between a dingo and a bobblehead.
Dingo.
So he's like a dingo bobblehead.
You sent me that picture. And, like, his head, his fur head, right? Head fur?
Uh-huh.
Whatever. The fur on his head is darker than the rest of him. So, like,
so much.
When you catch him at the right angle, he just looks like a bobblehead.
He looks like a ginger who's gone to the beach, like, never. Like, he's, like, heading out to the beach for the very first time.
Okay, so I texted my mom, this was like mid-conversation, we were talking about something else. And I was like, also, it's the 17th of August. Magenta passed away a year ago today. And I expected her to say something like, aw, we miss her and blah, blah, like something nice, right?
Have you met your mother, though?
She said, well, bless her heart, and nothing else.
A true Southern belle.
And I was like, what the fuck? Mom, we had this dog for almost 20 years, and that's all you can say?
So, like, at your funeral, your mom will be like, well...
Bless her heart.
And then she'll be like, let's go back to work, ladies and gentlemen. The world doesn't stop.
Are you implying that I'm gonna die before my mother? Actually, you know what?
I feel like you will.
that you know what? That's fair. I've been flirting with the idea of the 27 Club. But we'll see.
What does that mean? I don't like that.
Do you know what that is?
I don't know, but it doesn't sound good.
It's fuck. This is not going to be a very eloquent explanation, but it's this group of famous people, like over the years,
who have died before 27 or like died in their 20s,
who have died at 27, like Amy Winehouse, Kurt Cobain, Bob Dylan, I think.
I don't know. But I get where you're going. Okay. And I don't
so
like that. But...
They all die at 27. I don't know. I can, like, read you a little bit about it.
You don't have to. Like, move on. That's depressing me. Go.
Okay, so Brian Jones, Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, Jim Morrison, Kurt Cobain. I'm pretty sure Bob Dylan, like, lived for a while.
He lived. Didn't make it into the club.
God damn it. I don't know how old Bob Dylan is. Okay, so Bob Dylan's alive.
He's still alive. Sorry, Bob.
Sorry, Bob. He is
our bad.
He is 77 years old. Sorry, Bob.
That's our bad. We just assumed.
I'm not very bright. Okay, I'm a white millennial female. Please forgive me.
You know what they say about assumptions.
Anyway, so yeah. What you gonna do?
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Look, I can't talk to my parents about, like, mental illness. Because, like, once again, they're Christians. And, like, my dad has depression. He's on medication for it. But, like, I feel like my mom doesn't really fully grasp the fact that, like, there's something wrong in my head. And so she asked me, like, we were having a conversation one time, and we were talking about, like, my future, quote-unquote. And I was like, to be honest, I didn't think I was gonna live to graduate high school. And she got really mad. She was like, why are you being so dramatic? There's no need for you to say things like that. Ugh, you sound just like your brothers. And I was like, alright, well, I'm done with this conversation, walked away. Because, like, for anyone who doesn't know me, my brothers are fucking drug addicts that have both been in prison. Might currently be in prison, I'm not totally sure. And I am just somebody that has dealt with crippling depression since I was like 13, and didn't get treatment for it for almost 6 years. So, anyway.
Well, in her defense, I feel like it's a struggle for parents because, like, even though it's not about them, it has nothing to do with, like, how you were as a parent or whatever. Like, you can't protect someone from depression. Like, that's not something, that's not how that works. Like, it's not a reflection on how you were as a parent necessily. Like,
I think a lot of parents take it as it is.
Yeah, and also it's like, it's a maternal instinct to want to, like, protect your children and, like, be able to fix things for them. And then when there's something that happens that you can't fix, it's really hard to, like, really, like, accept it.
Right.
Excuse you. You're being extremely rude.
We're trying to have a conversation.
Yeah, Tony. What? Oh, don't push my belly.
I don't know, like, my thing was, like, it was fine up until the point where she compared me
to them.
That's
a low blow.
Yeah, it was, and she's done that a lot throughout my life. And my mother can be a very cold and calculating person. And she knows she is. Like, she has said multiple times, well, I'm just not very emotional. And I'm like, alright, well, fine. But I think she knows exactly what she's doing when she does that. And it fucking hurts.
Yeah. I can relate to that. I mean, my mom doesn't really do that all that much. Every once in a while, she'll drop like, "Whoa, that's like your dad." But I'm like, listen, sometimes I don't feel like folding laundry, so yeah, I'm just gonna pile it on my bed. You don't gotta bring him into this. Like,
I don't know. Like, I feel like I've turned out to be a relatively decent person. Like,
yeah.
I
wouldn't hang out with you if you were shitty. Granted, I did hang out with your brother for many years and he was shitty.
But also,
that's
like,
not the point.
But that got us to where we are right now. So, like...
Yay for Becca's mess ups.
Yay!
Is there anything else on your list that you'd like to talk about?
Let's check. Let's see. I talked about my car bug. Talked about roll me like a blunt. My new job, gas station drug addict. And no, I think I'm good, actually. How about you?
I think I've touched on everything I'd like to address, so I think we're done for today.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Have a great week.